mean, that's what the Buffalo Bills are all about right there.
Let's go Bills.
Yo, what's going on, Bills Mafia? Welcome back to another episode of Mafia Talk. It's your boy Jude and Jae Mafia. No Big Cuz, but I wish I give him all birthday wishes. His birthday is out in the Caribbean. So wish Cuz a big happy birthday. Wish him love and safety. But it's your boy Jae Mafia. I know it's been a minute, but we're back. Post-draft, man. We're here to talk about Buffalo sports. We know the Sabres in the playoff. We're going to tap in with the Sabres. And as you know, Bills Mafia, we're going to talk about our Bills too. Nothing but love for everybody who tapped back in. We got my man Bob in the building. Go Bills. Let's go. We got Weston Brewster. Nothing but love. Welcome to Bean Island, man. You know, Big Baller Bean put in his work this draft. I know a lot of people didn't like what he did day one. I, for one, I loved it. But we're going to get more into it. We're going to definitely get more into it. My dog, Tommy, nothing but love. Appreciate you. As always, nothing but love. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, jump onto the YouTube channel. Mafia Sports Report YouTube channel. Great content all week long. Y'all don't want to miss it. Jump over there on YouTube. If you're not already on it, hit that subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, jump over to YouTube real quick because that's where all the comments be jumping over there. If not, man, show some love on Facebook. Like, share, subscribe, man. Tag a friend. All that good stuff. If anybody want to jump in on the show, just hit me up. I'll send the link and we'll chop it up. But yeah, definitely a lot to talk about. We got post-draft. We got Sabres talk. Look, we got a Leafs fan in the building. Let's go. Nothing but love. Too bad I wasn't able to make it, but we took your spot. We feeling that void. I know the Canada fans definitely showing love over here in Buffalo, so we definitely love it and respect it. Sandra, Auntie, nothing but love. We appreciate you as always. Snoopy, no Tommy, man. This is Mafia Talk. Me and my cousin, Big Cuz. We run this on Wednesdays, Tuesdays, so jump on sometime and show some love, man. We're going to have a good time. But, yeah, jumping right into the Bills. I know there's a lot going on with the Sabres. We're up 3-2 in the series. Tough loss last night, man. We definitely should have took it away, but nonetheless, we're going to go over Boston. We're undefeated in series right now in Boston. I like it to keep it that way so we can seal the series down and then move on to the next round. But definitely going to talk about Sabres in a little bit, but, man, we got to talk about our main chick, the Buffalo Bills. Now, I know it's the offseason right now. Not a lot going on, but it's post-draft, so we got enough to talk about. Diving into straight day one. I know it gets tough, especially the past couple of years with the Buffalo Bills. We always get a late pick around the 30s, and we're up all night. Same thing happened previous year when we drafted Keon Coleman. We was up all night, waiting for a move. We think we're going to jump down or jump up or however, whichever, just for us to get out the first round, and then we kind of wait up all night for nothing. But I wasn't too upset when it came down to this draft. To me personally, there wasn't anybody in the first round of this draft that was going to make an immediate impact on the Bills. I don't believe there's going to be any starters on the Bills coming out this draft. So I was very happy on what Brandon Beane did. Trade out like 3 times and stack up picks. And I, for one, and for all of us, I know a lot of us come midway of the season, we're just riddled with injuries. We're riddled with injuries, and we're having to call practice squad players, or remember back when we had to call AJ Klein out of vacation to come in snowy Buffalo as he was on his way to Florida and to come check Travis Kelce. We don't want to experience that at all. And I love what Brandon Beane did in this draft. He stacked up his picks, got in the later rounds, and we get a lot of depth pieces. And that's what we truly want. I know a lot of us want that all-star rookie sensation that will come onto the Bills and just blow up and go crazy and become that next best thing. But honestly, we don't have that, and I don't see anybody that's going to be that came out this draft. I could be wrong. You can have the 6th or 7th round draft player that becomes a superstar like Puka Nacua. If I'm not mistaken, he was like a 5th round draft pick. And Puka Nacua is one of the top receivers in the league right now. Yeah, no, because right now he's on vacation. He's at the Caribbean for his birthday, so nothing but love. So Big Cuz, happy birthday to him. He definitely will be back on next week because we definitely need Big Cuz insight on things. So definitely stay tuned. Yeah, like I said, if we would have traded down into an earlier spot in the first round, we would have gave up so much draft capital for a player that I truly don't believe was going to be a starter or make a difference or make an impact. Like I said, I could be wrong. We're going to see what these draft picks do once the season starts gets going and we get our training camp and OTAs and preseason. Once that starts coming along, we'll see what these players have to offer. But like I said, I'm happy with what Brandon Bean did. He traded out the first round 3 times. 3 times. I know a lot of us got a little that man, we want this guy, I want this guy, I want this receiver, I want this linebacker, cornerback, however, whichever in Bean we trust. And we need to keep entrusting in Bean. I mean, he kept his job and he got elevated to head of whatever. He's pretty much running the Buffalo Bills right now besides Terry Pagula. But we kind of just got to put that bullshit aside. It's been a while ago that we let go of Coach Sean McDermott. That was one thing that kind of hurt me. I wish we would have kept him because I believe how we lost wasn't McDermott's fault, but understand why we had to split ways from McDermott. His time's kind of ran out. And one thing I could agree upon with Terry Pagula is that he couldn't give us over the proverbial playoff hump. And I could agree with that. Even though this year wasn't necessarily the defense's fault, the defense kept us in that last game. Even when Josh Allen turned over the ball like 5 times, we need more. We need more no matter what it is. If it's an all-star defensive player, regardless if it's on the D-line, in the secondary, safeties, linebacker, or if it's on offense, do we need that all-star talent and receiver? Do we need a better line? I mean, obviously we got a great quarterback, best quarterback in the league right now, arguably. One of the top running backs with James Cook. And tight ends are pretty solid. You kind of don't want to move away. I believe we just signed Dalton Kincaid to his 5-year extension. So congrats to Dalton Kincaid. Hopefully we can get more out of Kincaid because we're not really necessarily getting enough out of Kincaid with the status that we draft him at. We need a lot more coming out of Kincaid. And with his medical history, he's getting injured far too often for our liking. We need him on the field. And I know we got Dawson Knox, another dog. He's just not enough. He's one of those players where when he's open, he's going to make a play. But we can't necessarily rely on him. He's not going to be that guy that's always going to be open, always going to make a play. He might have a game or two or might have a play ever so often. But Dawson Knox isn't necessarily a starting tight end in the league right now. I could be wrong. If he goes on to a different team, we'll see what happens. But he is an older tight end in this league, so we're going to get what we can get out of him. He loves Buffalo. I doubt he's going to go anywhere. He's another player that's willing to take a pay cut just to stay with the organization, and a lot of players do that because of the tight-knit family that we have in this Bills organization. So moving on with the draft, yeah, like I said, I'm about to pull it up right now to see exact picks that we got in total. So in total, we had 2 second-round picks, 3 fourth-round picks, 2 5-round picks, 2 7, and we ended up having another pick. We stacked up our picks for our depth, and I like that because, like I said earlier in the show, that we get beat up in the middle of the season, and normally there's not a lot of players out there that we can pick mid-season come towards the trade deadline. Either they're too old or they're beat up, and we don't want to mess with their medical history or however, whichever. We really don't make a lot of moves going into middle of the season. We don't do much towards the trade deadline. Last I remember, we did Russell Douglas, dog, but he's getting older in the years. He couldn't really stay with us. So, and the money those guys command, we can't really afford it, especially with the contracts that we got rolling in. So, definitely, yeah, absolutely. John Roberts, nothing but love. We got Ben, can play linebacker in the pinch. Absolutely, man. I'm gonna go through all the picks. I didn't really study all of the people, but I do got a couple notes on a couple of them. We're definitely going to talk about that, get in there. Yeah, congratulations to James Cook. Definitely graduated from Georgia State. So congratulations. Even in the offseason, man, still getting his education. He's already success, already a millionaire. He's already set up for life, but he still got his education. So a salute over there to James Cook. Man, keep grinding, man. More knowledge, put that knowledge that you just learned at your school and graduated, put into the field. It's going to make you a better running back, a smarter running back. And that's really neat. We already know you're a dog. Contact balance is phenomenal. You got great speed, great vision, a little bit more smart plays. Got to hold on to that ball. We can't allow you to lose the ball as often as he was. Those tedious fumbles where somebody just nicked the ball and it falls out your hand. You got to keep it in tight. So definitely get your education up, be a smarter player on the field and off the field, obviously. But let's dive into these draft picks. So Bills first draft pick at 35, second round. We drafted an edge, TJ Parker. And right now, man, everything's going on, a lot of noise. If you follow the Bills organization and their pages and social media, welcome to Buffalo. He's already embedded. He is part of the Mafia already. He looks like he belongs here. He's already getting into it. I love his energy. He's a swell guy. He's going to the media room, shaking everybody's hand, introducing him, man. TJ, everybody already know your name. But the simple fact he's going and introducing himself to each and every person, shaking his hand, and he just seems like a real good dude. He fits perfect in Buffalo. We don't have those rah-rah guys like we used to have, like with the Stephon Diggs or however, whichever. But like I said, TJ Parker, they didn't do too much film study on him, but just off rip, he just seems like a good dude that's willing to learn, be a dog, and be the best player that he can be. So I'm not too mad at that. We can use edge. I wish we would have got more interior defensive line, because right now, what we looking at? Ed Oliver. I don't even know if we re-signed Michael Hoyt, or I got to look into the roster. But I know we definitely need help on our interior defensive line. We're pretty solid on outside, on our edges. We got another edge, so we'll see. We still got Joey Bosa, Greg Rousseau. We had got rid of AJ Epinesa. But we got a couple other guys that's willing to step up and be dogs on this defensive line. So, like I said, it's not really too much because it's hard to interpret what these guys do in college and how they're going to perform in the league, in the NFL. So, we can't really say much. We can do all the film study for them in college and say this and say that he's a dog. But what only really matters is once we get into OTAs and our practices and preseason is when we can really judge these players on how they're going to perform. Obviously, none of them are going to be starters off rip, but let them develop, let them learn, let them get the reps in, and we're going to see how these guys are going to perform. Going into our second round draft pick, quarterback. I like this guy, another dog. When you watch his medium, he looked like he's ready to work. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but they call him D-I-G or D, whatever I want to say. But Davison, Igbinosun. I don't know. But anyways, cornerback, long, lanky dude, tall guy. He's another top athlete. We all know that we got rid of our Teron Johnson, our nickel cornerback. So he could definitely fill in the void. Cornerback is another position on the Bills team that we're kind of looking a little light in. Because we obviously got our two starters, our dogs, Maxwell Harrison, dog coming out of his rookie year, and another dog, Christian Benford. But then who is next? We got a lot of nobodies coming off the bench for a backup. So hopefully, God forbid, if one of those dudes go down, who do we have to step in? Definitely got to get depth over there on our cornerback room. Dive into our comments. Got to show you guys some love. Grade A draft. Scott Blakely, nothing but love, my dog. Back as always. Come on. Bean did his thing, and we ended up with multiple picks. Exactly what we needed. We definitely needed depth on this Bills organization. Like I'm going to keep saying it, we always have to beat up mid of the season. So I was glad that we got multiple draft picks where they can kind of fill the void, let them number get caught up, and let them perform. Scott Blakely again, ever visit Bean Island? Been living a dream here. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You know, Big Ball and me still got a lot more moves to make. We made moves before the draft with CJ Gardner-Johnson and obviously DJ Moore to bolster up that receiver room, which we definitely need. Now going into the receiver room, obviously everybody want to say we need that number one receiver. We need the next Stephon Diggs, however, whichever. We just need that guy to kind of relieve the stress. But Josh Allen kind of proved that he's able to get the job done. He's able to put 30-plus points on teams without the number one receiver, with a bunch of guys, just a guy. A bunch of Jags, and are able to get the most out of them. I mean, you know, Matt Collins for the previous year, where I never heard of a Matt Collins, and he ended up being our leading receiver for touchdown catches. We got the most out of him. We got the most out of Brandon Cooks. He damn near was out the door for ready to retire. We scooped him up, couple drop passes, but started gelling, started getting the tires moving, came through with a bunch of big time plays for us. I don't even know how tall of him, but he's not the tallest, but he ended up being one of our deep threats and saved us in a couple games. Obviously, you want to go back to the last game where that strip interception should have been a catch. I ain't even trying to dive in that. I'm gonna say it's a catch because of the rest of the games in that season in the playoffs. It was like 3 times. Similar situation. Receiver goes over for a catch, goes down, gets the ball ripped. They called it incomplete. I don't know why they called it interception for the Bills, but so be it. But nonetheless, Josh Allen is willing and able to get the job done without that top receiver name. So that being said, we definitely get a lot of stress relieved and weight off of Josh's shoulders with the DJ Moore. So definitely happy with that. I used to watch a couple of his games over there with the Bears, and he made a bunch of phenomenal catches. I remember Caleb Williams tossed it up like a 50-yard pass, and it just dropped in the bucket at the end zone right before the out of bounds line. And I just remember saying to myself, like, I don't think anybody in the Bills team was going to be able to make that type of catch. And now we got DJ Moore on his team. Hopefully he ramps up this receiver room, get the juices flowing. Hopefully we can get that deep threat back on, because I don't know what happened last year, obviously with the receivers, but that deep threat, obviously we know Josh Allen got the arm. He can throw it anywhere, everywhere on the field. Doesn't matter. He can be moonwalking towards the sidelines, and he can still throw an 80-yard bomb dart at the corner of the end zone from sideline to sideline, corner to corner. We all know Josh Allen can do anything. Yeah, I know Sabres on the warpath. Ooh, ah. But we're going to talk about Sabres in a little bit. But this Bills, like I said, Josh Allen's going to do what Josh Allen always does. My biggest thing when it comes down to Josh Allen is that we have to relieve that stress. We have to take some of the weight off his shoulders, and it becomes tight in certain games where he feels like he has to do it all. And we see multiple times last season where he's just running in circles in the pocket until he gets sacked. Like, I get it, Josh. We're used to you making phenomenal plays in the backfield and breaking this tackle, stiffing arm this dude, and jumping over dude and throwing the dirt, but you don't have to do it every single play. It's okay to throw the ball away. Live to see another down. We don't want you throwing those stupid turnovers or big big sacks, and we're back up like 3rd and 22 type of thing. So definitely got to get on Josh's mental a lot more. Got to calm his nerves in those big games, but we're still a long time ahead before we see Josh Allen in a uniform toss the ball around. So we all know what we need from Josh. We just need him to calm down, and having a DJ Moore and hopefully Brandon Beane could get more weapons into this organization. The receiver, regular receiver, tight end, extra running back, however, whichever. I would like to get him a speedster, get like an Isaiah McKenzie type of player. I know that's dated a little bit while back, but that's the last player I can remember that was a solid slot receiver that had the speed. I mean, you try to plug in a couple players to fill in that void, and they never really amounted to nothing. Like I said, that slot receiver is important. It's very important, because when you got those boundary dogs coming in with the DJ Moore, that is huge, not only because of the player he is, but the attention he's going to have to bring. That's why Josh Allen has so much weight and stress on him, because when you're a defensive coordinator and a defensive secondary player, you're looking at the Bills receiver room like, man, everybody one-on-one, we're going to lock them up, and then let's send a spy on Josh, or let's send the house at Josh, let's pressure Josh, because these receivers can't get space, and that's what we've seen majority coming out of last season, that these receivers can't really separate. Going to Keon Coleman. This is your last year, Keon Coleman. What you going to do? I see you working out with Stevie Johnson. Are you learning something from him? Are you going to incorporate that into the field? I don't know, man. I really don't know, man. Talk to me in the chat about Keon Coleman, because I'm not quite done with Keon, but at the same time, I really don't see much elevation in his game. I think we kind of seen his ceiling. I mean, fuck all the off-field bullshit of him being late and this and that and the third and off-field problems. Not necessarily problems, but it's like, come on, Keon, get other things. And everybody want to keep telling me, yo, Jude, he's young. Give him a break. He's young, this and that. He's young. He's still immature. I remember Trey Edmonds, who got drafted at 19. That's young. That's young. You never heard a peep from Edmonds. Never heard any off-field drama, off the field, on the field, in practice, in the film study room. None of him being late. None of that. I never heard no problems coming for Tremaine Edmonds, and we drafted a teenager. We drafted Keon Coleman at 21, 22, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But he needs to lock in. I remember those interviews with Deion Dawkins. It's time to be a man. This is not college. This is not high school. This is not kid ball. This is the pros. It's the NFL. You're working with grown-ass men right now. We need you to lock in. And I'm telling you, he could be one of those players where we get rid of him and he blows up somewhere else. I can almost guarantee it because I feel like we're not necessarily using him to the best of his abilities. And he's not necessarily given his best abilities at the same time. I mean, if you ask me, the Bills really just got a bunch of slot receivers. We just spreading out the field with a bunch of slot receivers. We don't have boundary dogs. Even when it comes to Stephon Diggs, I mean, he wasn't the tallest, he wasn't the biggest, he wasn't the fastest, but he had hops. He knew how to jump up. He was a dog. He would fly up to get that ball. We relied on Stephon Diggs for that 50-50 ball. Nobody on the Bills team can we trust. We're trying to get Keon Coleman the opportunities to grab those 50-50 balls, but he's not coming down with them. So we got to figure something else. Maybe get a bigger dude, just send him deep. Get like a 6'4", 6'5" type of guy, and just tell him go bomb every time and just try to pull the safety as much as you can. Just try to pull the safety, draw the cornerback to follow you, and try to open up the field for Josh. You have a guarantee you can open the field. We'll have Khalil Shakir doing his work, and that's another player I'm kind of down on. I'm like, dude, where was you all last year? Khalil Shakir, what was that Khalil Shakir? Not necessarily performing the way he used to perform. Was it Joe Brady always putting him on those receiver screens? I don't know, man, because I know there's a lot of receiver screens. I hate it for one. We all hate it, but when it's a success, we all love it. I feel like we're abusing. That's our get out of jail free card, and it rarely ever gets us out of jail in most situations. We definitely got to be more unpredictable because honestly, when you see Josh Allen sliding with the fake joint, that's going to come out to a pick six. I'm pretty sure there's already interception off that play, or you're going to get Khalil Shakir hurt. I don't know about that play. We got to utilize Khalil Shakir more because he's just a better receiver. He's not just a receiver for those receiver screens. He can spread the field as well. And we've seen it time and time again. Let's go. Nothing but love for everybody jumping in the comments. Coleman's going to ball. He's got to mature late. He's good. I would hope so. I definitely would hope so. For one, I feel like the Bills are necessarily using Keon Coleman to the best of his abilities. And then Keon Coleman's I don't feel like he's not putting, I'm not going to say he's not putting in the work because he's a pro athlete. He's in the NFL. Obviously, you're going to perform and put in the work. It's just, man, when I see you walking on the field not trying to get a block, I have a problem. We need you to do more. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm just your average Bills fan, man. I'm no pro coach. I'm not a receivers coach. I'm not a trainer, nothing like that. But I am an educated football fan, and I know what I see. And what I would like to see is Keon Coleman be a little bit more aggressive. I don't know what it is, man. I need you to catch the ball when you get the opportunity. Or when the block does come in your way, I need you to stay locked in. I need more opportunities for Keon Coleman. Not opportunities, but I need his route tree to spread out a little bit more. I feel like he kind of do the similar routes. Either he's going down deep or he's kind of staying down low. I want him to kind of flourish more within the route tree. I need to see more posts, drag routes, ins, outs. Like, just spread it out a little bit more, man. I just need to see more from Keon Coleman. Absolutely. I've been seeing videos connected with Stevie Johnson as well. Hopefully, if he opens it up, I can go to one of his training camps and I can get a little exclusive with Stevie Johnson and Keon Coleman. So I'm going to put in some work and hopefully we can get that locked in. I got to talk to my girl, Rochelle Sims, and hopefully we get that ball rolling. So definitely going to see what magic I can do. Like I said, Mafia Talk is back, man. I got my juices flowing, so definitely want to get more connected with everybody. Definitely want to get more connected with Stevie Johnson, see what he's doing. He got the 7-on-7 football game coming up, 3-on-3 basketball tournament coming up in spring. So hopefully I can get more interviews, get more Bills players on the show, and we're going to chop more up and get more insight on this team. But, yeah, going into the receiver room, I really don't know what much else. Like I said, we got our locked in four. We got DJ Moore we just signed. We got Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, and who am I missing? I'm missing somebody. But nonetheless, definitely need more depth on the receiver room. I don't know necessarily who's out there, but hopefully with this draft pick, and let me just skip ahead and move on to our 4th round draft pick 125, Skyler Ball. That's one of the guys I have been watching. And he is a dog. I'm telling you, great player. I got my notes. One of the top receivers coming out the country, besides Mekhi Lemon and Jeremiah Smith. Another dogs over there, but they got drafted elsewhere. We got our Skyler Ball, came out of UConn, one of the top receivers coming out the draft. Got over 100 catches, 12,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. I get it. That's college ball. So how can you incorporate that into the NFL? We will see coming into the season. But with stats like this and the plays that I've seen them make, definitely got a good future ahead of him. Hopefully he can be one of them dogs coming in. I'm already expecting him to be at a higher level than Keon Coleman. And I would hope that them two can battle and iron sharpen iron, and those guys can get get each other even better. But like I said, and he was second in the country with yards after catch. Now we know we've been lacking that in his Bills organization. Normally you just catch the ball and you get tackled. Khalil Shakir is the only one with the top yak going into the NFL. Actually, he's like one of the top 3 with yak yards, if I'm not mistaken. So getting a Skyler Ball, top number 2 in the country with yak. He only dropped 4 passes. I don't know how many he got total, but he had over 100 catches. He only dropped 4 of them. That is phenomenal. I love to hear it. Solid hands, trustworthy hands. And I know Josh Allen's going to have a good time with him. Let those two get together, start training, start working. Nothing on Josh, man. I don't want to see no golfing videos from Josh. I want to see you in the gym. I want to see you on the field throwing the ball around. I want you to see with these rookies, getting them ready and getting them incorporated with your system, how you throw the ball, where you want them to be, and however, whichever, all the TV stuff. Definitely want to get those guys ball rolling because I have high hopes coming in for Skyler Bell. He got to be the guy, not necessarily to save us. I'm not going to say Skyler Bell is going to save us, but coming after the Keon Coleman draft pick, we have high expectations. I'm not going to call Keon a bust. Not going to call him a bust just yet. This is his last year to prove it. Now, who knows? Coming in middle of the season where come the trade deadline, we might get rid of Keon Coleman and get somebody else on the field. I don't know. Like I said, we got months ahead of our time before we even start thinking or talking about that. So then we got high hopes on Skyler Ball. The draft pick in between those two, between the cornerback and receiver, was an offensive tackle. Drew Bowry, like I said, just depth on the line. Don't expect him to be a starter. Didn't really do much study on him, but like I said, always need more offensive linemen. Get them ready. Get them used to how Josh plays because being an it's already tough being an offensive lineman on the NFL. Hey, freaking dogs going crazy over here. But it's already tough being an offensive lineman in the NFL. It's even tougher being an offensive lineman in the NFL for Josh Allen. Talk to Deion Dawkins, talk to anybody on offensive line. You're blocking twice as much beyond Josh Allen because we already know he likes to run this way, run that way, extend play. So it's a tiring job. So definitely got to get this dude up and ready to get stamina up so he's able to keep up with Josh Allen and make sure he's protected. So another great depth piece. We got a linebacker, Kaleb, Elarms, whatever. I'm telling you, these guys' names is really hard to pronounce, but Elarms-Orr, Caleb Elarms-Orr, linebacker. We definitely need more depth in the linebacker room. We all know Dorian Williams. Neck injury. Highly doubt he's going to be able to be a starter coming into the season. I see him working out, getting stronger, getting healthier. But with that type of injury at linebacker, yeah, man, I don't think we're going to see Dorian Williams anytime soon. Terrell Bernard had a down year. He was a dog for the first couple of years when he got drafted, and he was playing phenomenal for us when he filled in a void for Tremaine Edmonds. Definitely had a down year. This year. Definitely expect a lot more, especially when you got Shaq Thompson, who went crazy for us last year. Crazy. Flying over the field, making great hits. I don't believe he signed with us, so hopefully we can re-sign him. Great, phenomenal player, but I know he's getting older in his years. So we'll see if the Bills decide to re-sign him. But definitely more depth going into the linebacker room. Going down to Matt Milano, our dog, my dog. I got like 2-3 of his jerseys right now. He's getting older too. Injuries starting to pile up. He's starting to lose a step. In the run game, he looked great. He's still a wrecking ball, but in the pass game, moving side to side, he definitely lost a step. We can't really rely on that, especially with the way the league is moving. These kids are getting faster and faster. They're getting more elusive. They're getting lighter. So we need to match that. We can't rely on the old dog that is still a dog. It still can hit, but losing a step, we can't rely on Matt Milano anymore. And God forbid, get another injury. He might as well good as gone. So moving on with that, we got a safety. And honestly, I, for one, going into the draft, I know a lot of us was talking about receiver. We need receivers. I, for one, was looking at safety because Tyler Rapp, he's a decent player, but he's like a heat-seeking missile. He's like a kamikaze pilot. Like, yeah, he's going to come and hit you, but he's going to hurt himself more than he's going to hurt you. Not too reliable. Like I said, still a great player, but don't even know his status with us right now. Jordan Poyer locked it down for us when we had him step up and definitely helped ramp up Cole Bishop. Definitely got him more comfortable, got him more confident in his game because, man, Bishop was a dog going into last season. Towards the end of the season, Cole Bishop was a dog, man. Definitely was a dog. Definitely helped out when you got a veteran at Jordan Poyer who's kind of been there, done that, been around the league and been solid with the Bills for multiple years. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, they need to put his him and Micah High name need to go on the Wall of Fame in that new stadium. I'm telling you. I don't remember the last Bills player that they put up on the Wall of Fame. Hey, I know I got a lot of older heads in here in the chat. Let me know the last person that they put up on the Wall of Fame. Was it Eric Moulds? Had to be Eric Moulds. I mean, I was a kid during them times going in. I know when I really started getting to Bills and really understanding the Bills and really following them like that, but it was like around 08, 09, we had Fitzmagic, Marshawn Lynch, Stevie Johnson. No, Stevie Johnson was later. But we had Lee Evans. So that's when I really started studying the players in the game like that. But I don't know. Does Lee Evans deserve to be on the Wall of Fame? I don't know. That's another conversation we could talk about. I'm going to wait till Big Cuz come back because I know he got a lot to say about that, and I know he's going to give us a lot more insight on that. So moving on to our second, fifth-round draft pick, defensive tackle, Zane Durant. Another guy, like I said, when you get later in the rounds, we don't really follow or study these people that much. We watch a couple of clips and tapes, but then we always ask ourselves, can you incorporate what you do in college into the NFL? But that being said, and us being Bills fans and them being drafted by the Bills with Brandon Beane, we know we capitalize on our later rounds. A lot of majority of our starters on the Bills come for the later rounds, come on our fifth-round draft picks. What, Matt Milano was a fifth-round draft pick. Christian Benford was a sixth-round draft pick, if I'm not mistaken. Like, we get a lot of great, valuable players in the later rounds. So hopefully one of these guys can be the next best man. Definitely looking forward for that. Another cornerback with a Toronto Pride Jr. Another guy, like more I go down this list, like I said, I'm going to do more studies. So when we get Big Cuz on, I'll have a lot more on these people. But for now, man, I just want to jump on, get tapped in with the Mafia, man, because I miss the Mafia. So I appreciate everybody jumping in the comments, showing your boy Jay Mafia some love for Mafia Talk. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Jump onto the YouTube channel, Mafia Sports Report YouTube channel. Show Tommy some love. And I'm telling you, we're grinding. We're grinding. I'm back. I got the motivation and dedication. I want to get more interviews, get connected with a lot more people. Favors Nation. I'm telling you, like, I'm about to go crazy because, like I said, it's the off season for the Bills. It's post draft. So I'm like, I'm all right. I don't know too many of these people, but boom, my hype for these fucking favors. Oh man. But let me finish up with the Bills real quick. It's not gonna be a long show. Look, it's already been 35 minutes by myself, and we still flowing. So, like I said, nothing but love for everybody jumping in the chat. You know, keep going strong, keep grinding, getting better and better. So moving on, after that, cornerback, more depth in the cornerback room, which is definitely needed. Wish we got another receiver for more depth, but so be it. Linebacker at that too. But look at in Bean we trust, right? So moving on, we got a punter and Tommy Doman. We need a punter. I mean, it's part of our game. I know the Bills don't normally punt that much, but at the end of the day, we still need a punter. And that's crucial when you're back in your own zone and you're trying to punt the ball 50 yards down and it makes it halfway in the midfield. And you're giving those guys so much field position. That's why a punter is important. Hopefully we can get him incorporated and it becomes a dog for us. Going to people with legs, Tyler Bass. We re-signed him, if I'm not mistaken. He's coming back with us. He had the year off. And I know a lot of them, including myself, was on his ass because he was missing PATs and short field goal kicks. And, man, if you, all my people who was following this show years ago, man, you know we was ranting and raving about Tyler Bass. Supersonic, hypnotic, funky, fresh, Bass-O-Matic. I'm telling you, Mr. Automatic himself. I don't know what happened to Bass. Maybe he clipped his toenails too low. He had a hangnail in his toe and it hurt. Maybe he had the wrong cleats or he had something. I don't know, man. But Tyler Bass, we miss you, dude. We need that Bass-O-Matic back. So glad we had Bass back. Because I know who Prater. Come on, old man Prater. He was the oldest man in the NFL, if I wasn't mistaken. And it's time for him to wrap it up, man. He has arthritis. When he goes onto the field, man. He had to warm up his knees before he got on the field. But nothing but love. Matt Prater held it down for us when we really needed him. He was a dog as well, so definitely appreciate Matt Prater. When we need him, he stepped up. He left his coaching gig. He was like, what, 41, 42? Left his coaching gig at a high school or college and left that gig for him to come kick with us. So nothing but love to Matt Prater. Wish you nothing but the best and more success in your career, moving on with whatever you do. But obviously, we got to move on. Hopefully, Tyler Bass can reignite his success and his strong leg and his automatic. So moving into our last pick, we got our offensive line. Amar J. Reed Adams. Another offensive lineman depth. Like I said, we definitely need more depth in the offensive line. We got a couple other people. What is it? The fuck is his name? Fuck. We got his name, but like I said, we got a couple people on offensive line. It's always good to get more depth because you never know what happened with our injuries. Any man go down, we need the next man up. So it's good to have depth like that. So that's how I look at this Buffalo Bills draft. Everybody want to say A. Some people want to say C. I'm gonna give it a solid B plus. No, did we hit on an all-star talent, all-pro player, a number one starter? No, I don't believe so. We'll see once these guys get on the field and they put on the pads and they get to practice and we get to preseason and the season start. We'll see what these guys have to offer and how they'll perform. But as of right now, the way I see it when I look at this draft, like I said, I'm going to go back, do some film study on these people and see what they're really about and see if they're able to incorporate that into the NFL. But as of right now, I don't believe there are any starters that we drafted. I don't believe there's any difference makers in this draft. Hopefully, I'm wrong. Like I said, only time will tell. Still got a couple more months before we get to see any of that. So, like I said, I'm gonna just grade it as a solid B plus. Simple fact that we got depth, and that's what we need. That's what we need. We lost a couple players and we gained a couple players. I'm happy with that. Let Bean work. His job was saved. Because if you ask me, I feel like we should have fired both Bean and McDermott. Personally, I don't think it was McDermott's fault why we lost. I blame Josh Allen. You can't turn the ball over 5 times and expect us to win. That's just how it is. And for the defense to still keep us in that game, we need a lot more. And for us to get over that perennial playoff hump, I don't know what it is. I don't think one person makes the difference. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. We just need to capitalize on the plays that we have when we're in that situation. I need somebody to calm Josh Allen down or hype Josh Allen up. I remember 13 seconds. He's running. Let's go! Like, where is he? Going to last couple games, he just sitting there like, yep, we're losing. Yep, I'm okay. Like, no, Josh, come on, man. We don't want to go home. Like I said, man, we need something. I don't know what it is. Maybe DJ Moore was at something. Maybe one of these rookies are to something. Maybe CJ Gardner-Johnson is to something. Or maybe we're still waiting on something for Brandon Beane to pick. We don't know. And we haven't known for the past couple of years. Because we know we're one of the top football teams in the league. Especially a down year when Mahomes wasn't in it. How, man? I mean, because how the fuck you let Sam Darnold get a fucking Super Bowl ring before Josh Allen? Ah, damn it, man. Y'all about to get me going. But like I said, man, we're just fans. We don't know any better. These guys are paid professionals when it comes to the players on the field, to the coaches, to the staff, to everywhere in the whole big Bills organization. They obviously know more than us because they get paid more. They went through what they had to go through. They went to their school. They had their training. Obviously, they earned their jobs. But you got to trust the process. Yes, we made mistakes. Yes, we fucked up. Yes, we did that in the third. Yes, we should have a Super Bowl. We should have a Super Bowl by now. When one of these years, we should have had one. Should have had one 13 seconds, but we know how that happened. We should have had this and that in the third. When Stephon Diggs dropped that wide open pass, we should have won that year. Or, I don't know. Like, let me not go down this rabbit hole because I'm telling you, going to be on for a whole another hour. I didn't expect me to go 40 minutes talking about the Bills. I thought we were going to be talking about more about Sabres tonight. But nonetheless, like I said, I'm still happy about this draft. Still looks good. A lot of national media outlets gives a good grade to the Bills. A lot of them are telling, even Nick Wright, the ultimate Bills hater, even gave the Bills that they won the draft. So we'll see. We'll definitely see if the Bills won the draft. I, for one, don't know. I'm just happy that we got a lot of depth picks. So let's rock out, see what we got going on with the Bills, and let's keep that ball rolling. There's going to be more news dropping soon. Let me see what else I got. We also signed some guy today, a fullback. Yeah, I know John mentioned that earlier in the chat. Another dude, Ben Van Summeren. Fullback. I don't know what happened to Reggie Gilliam. I don't know if I've been paying attention enough, but I thought we had Reggie Gilliam. He was a dog. I was happy with Reggie Gilliam, but we signed this guy. Let's see what he has to offer. Let's see what we got. Let's see what else I got in my notes. Yeah, we already know all the hirings and the coaching staff. We Joe Brady, 5-year contract, so we're stuck with Joe. Not stuck with, but we got Joe Brady for the next 5 years. So let's go, Joe. It's your turn. It's your turn. Let's see what we got in these next 5 years. Can you bring the Buffalo Bills the Lombardi Trophy within these 5 years? Can you bring us multiple Lombardi trophies within these 5 years? Let's go. It's your ball. It's your team. Let's see what we got going. I'm excited too. I know a lot of us didn't like it, and off rip, going back to when that happened, I was upset that we got rid of McDermott. And I was upset that we hired Joe Brady as a head coach. Because what, are we going to run those wide receiver screens every other play? Like, come on now. You're going to see that like 50 more times in the game, more than we was already seeing it in the previous games. But no, honestly, when you look at all the coaches that was available at the time, he was the best candidate. And he's already been embedded in the Bills organization. He already knows the plays. He already knows the players. He's already part of the family. So that's the best option to pick. You don't want to bring some random Joe Schmo and have him trying to flip the organization on his side and try to change the playbook and change the players and change the mentality and change the process and all that. Nah, let's keep the juice rolling. It's going to be, it's poured in a different cup. It's still the process, still the juice. It's just, instead of McDermott pouring it, it's Joe Brady pouring it. Maybe sprinkle a little bit more sugar. Maybe pour an extra packet of Kool-Aid. Maybe drop some lemons in it. I don't know, but we're all going to be sipping the juice come the season starts. So, like I said, we're going to rock out with Joe Brady for the next 5 years. Let's see. We signed DeMar Hamlin to a 1-year contract in March. I'm not mad at it. Another player who knows the system. He held it down for us when Micah Hyde went down. Obviously, not your ideal safety. But like I said, he loses a step too, but he knows the system. You don't have to waste time and resources and coaching and all that to kind of teach somebody. He already knows it. So God forbid if a safety goes down, DeMar Hamlin is right there. We signed Trent Sherfield to a contract as well. Signs center Lloyd Cushenberry and Austin Corbett. Defensive back Geno Stone. We signed punter Mitch Wishnowski. Outside linebacker Bradley Chubb. Defensive back D. Alford. QB Kyle Allen. We terminated Dane Jackson. Good fucking bye, Dane Jackson. I fucked with you for a while, but after that last game, that first play they put you in, and I called it too. I called it. I say, yo, watch them go after Dane Jackson. Sure enough, it was a fucking touchdown. Sure enough. Bless me. And then released Teron Johnson, mentioned that earlier in the show. And Yeah, okay, so to answer my question, Tyler Rapp is not with the team, and Curtis Samuel. So, good depth. Yeah, good depth on the team. So, let's see what Brandon B has in store for us in the future. Still go Bills, man. You know, everybody's going to talk their shit. I know we're kind of restless now because we're going on year 9 with Josh, and it's one of those things now. Is he still at his peak, or is he kind of on the downcline, or is he going to ramp back up? I don't know, but he is getting older in years. Let's get this man a fucking trophy. Let's get us this trophy. Like, Buffalo deserves it. We deserve one at least. But you know who does deserve one? Our Sabres. Let's go. Oh man, let's switch things up. That's enough of the Buffalo Bills. Like I said, we're gonna lock in. Still got many months ahead before we get any real things going on with the Bills. We're still got our ears and eyes open for any Brandon Bean moves, but as of now, it's Sabre time. Sabre time. Go Bills, baby. Appreciate you jumping in. But it's all about the Sabres right now. We broke that 15-year drought. These boys are a fucking wagon. Sabres on the warpath. Ooh, ah. Come on, man. Yeah, you already know the hype is real. Game 1 was absolutely bonkers, bro. Bonkers. Son, it was a little quiet in that arena because we was down 2-0? Down 2-0, game 1. Didn't score the first quarter. Didn't score the second quarter. But boy, them boys came out in the third quarter with the hit on fire. Boom, 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 boom. Score after score after score after score. Oh, man, that arena was electric. Electric. I never heard that arena that loud, that vibrant. I never seen so many towels swirling around in that arena. Sabres are a real deal. Sabres are a real deal. Yeah, we dropped one game 2. They missed a step. I don't know what happened to game 2, but game 3 came right back. Looked phenomenal. I believe the score was 2-3? Game 4, oh man, those boys was rolling. They'll keep rolling. I'm telling you, Sabres was going crazy. 6-1 by the end of the game, and they could not be stopped over there in Boston. We ended that little streak. We went 2-0 in Boston. Came back to Buffalo. Yesterday was a tough one. I went out to Canal Side. Fucking phenomenal. If you guys are in Buffalo, yeah, I definitely need to go downtown. Go downtown, go in front of KeyBank Center, go to Canal Side for the watch party. Oh, man. I don't know if y'all ever been to a Sabres game or in that atmosphere, because coming into the playoffs, I mean, let me back it up. I went to a Sabres game in the beginning of the season. That thing was only $20. Arena was like 60-70% packed. Like I said, only paid like $40. Me and my one friend went there, spent $40 on tickets. It was like right there, row 100. Great time. I think we were like on a 10-game losing streak, and we happened to win that one game. Great time, phenomenal. Fast forward to the most recent time I went to a game, those bitches was $175. Oh man, it was well worth it. Well worth it. But you see the difference when your team start doing good. It sucks that we got to pay a lot more, but you see the energy and the atmosphere and how crazy this town is going for these Buffalo Sabres. Oh, Big Cuz! Everybody wish my Big Cuz a big old happy birthday over the Caribbean. I miss you, Cuz. I miss you. I can't wait for this to have you jump on next week, man. Just had to jump on, man. Shake the little rust off and get the ball rolling with the Mafia talk and get everybody connected. But Big Cuz will be back. He's living his best life out there in the Caribbean. Happy birthday, Big Cuz, man. Have your blast. Have some fun. Get home safe because we need Big Cuz back on the show. We need you. And I know you got a lot to say about the Sabres as well. So let's go, baby. Shout out to Big Cuz, man. Like us. But yeah, these Buffalo Sabres, like I said last night, it was a tough one. We started the game good, strong. We got our first goal. It went crazy out there. But then it just kind of started dying down. I'm not gonna say we was a fine as heart, but we really couldn't keep the puck in their zone as we normally did. I mean, obviously Boston wanted more. They lose the game and they're out. So obviously they got a lot more to fight for. And boy did they fight. And I mean it's well deserved. It's a tight series and this is playoffs. So the boys not gonna lay down and give it up and let Buffalo take over. No, they want the cup too. Even though we really want the cup. And honestly, man, I've been asking a lot of fans these questions. Like, it's crazy that the Sabres on their first year into the playoffs and they get the cup. let me rephrase this because I remember I was listening to WGR and somebody said like, "Oh, that should relieve the stress from the Bills if the Sabres get the cup because now not everybody is after the Bills to get the bowl." And I beg to differ because I feel like if the Sabres get the cup, I feel there's going to be a lot more pressure on the Bills to win a Super Bowl because you guys had 9 years of being in the playoffs and didn't win nothing. This is their first year in their playoffs. And if we win, I mean, obviously we're all going to be fucking ecstatic. And hell yeah, I want the cup. All right. I mean, we're here right now, right? I want that cup now this year. But that means Joe Brady and Josh Allen and the whole organization got to get their shit together because y'all had 9 years in the playoffs. Couldn't pull it off. But your Buffalo Sabres, first year in, and we got the Stanley Cup. So, like I said, it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. I don't want to get ahead of myself because we're still stuck in round one. Series at 3-2, still ahead. We go to Boston. And right now in the playoff series, we're undefeated in Boston. I would like to keep it that way. But, yeah, tough game last night. Got absolutely fucking robbed. I thought that was a fucking offsides. Should have been the offsides. Because I thought I'm not as knowledgeable in hockey as I am in football, but I do believe if the player passes the blue line before the puck, that's offsides. But no, freaking Pasta, they call them, fucking got the goal on line in, fucked up, and then they scored, and it was out the building. We're all outside screaming like, bring the players back on the ice. Bring them back on the ice. That's no goal. That's offsides. The refs swallowed their whistles that game. The refs absolutely swallowed their whistles that game. It's heartbreaking. It's fucked up. But, hey, the NHL is just like the NFL. Like the NFL is just like the NBA. They make more money the more games you play. So be it. Hopefully, we can wrap it up in Game 6 over there in Boston. They stay undefeated in Boston and knock them out so we can move on to round 2. But as far as Sabres Nation, fucking believable. Bills Mafia, and I know Sabres Nation, Bills Mafia is one and the same, but oh man, the Blade Gang are fucking legends. They're hilarious and phenomenal. My one guy, Scott, with the Stanley Cup, I don't know if y'all see my Instagram story or Facebook story. My man Scott had me drinking out his little Stanley Cup. That shit was awesome. Had me out there, man, tackling the dummy, fucking him up, man. What was it, Bob Riley or whatever his name is? Bob Neely, I think it is. They put the jersey on them. They had little kids to old ladies to older men to teenagers to me. Everybody lined up, got in the stance and ran head up to that dummy. It was a ball. It was phenomenal, man. Like I said, if I haven't been to the Canal Side watch party, definitely make your way out there. I don't know if they're going to do it again for the away game for Game 6 on Friday. I'm not entirely sure, but Sabres Nation is going to be out here everywhere. So hopefully we can seal the deal in Boston for Game 6. So we can go to the second series, and it's going to be more watch parties, more good times, and more Sabres on the warpath. Ooh, ah! I love it. So, like I said, man, it's tough with the Sabres. We're just happy to be here like we are with the same thing with the Bills, but it's not with the Bills. Like, we've been there, done that. Now it's like, we have to do this. Like, y'all taking too long. It's been 9 years now. What do we have to show for it? A couple playoff wins and MVP? That's not enough for a Josh Allen on the team, man. We need the Lombardi. We need a Lombardi. We need the Stanley Cup. Bandits. I don't know a lot of people follow the Bandits lacrosse, but look, they're 6-time champions, the only champions in Buffalo. It just sucks that nobody really cares about lacrosse like that. It's not a known sport or commodity like that in Buffalo, but everywhere. But nonetheless, that's the only championship team in Buffalo, so we got to ride with that. So hopefully Sabres can seal the deal this year, and going into the next Bill season, hopefully we can get that Lombardi trophy next year. So we waiting on it, praying on it. Oh, JETS, suck. Nothing but love, man. I appreciate you jumping in as always. Nothing but love to Jets. Fuck the Patriots. I have no love for Patriots at all. Nothing but love to Miami. We don't mind them. The little Suns. Miami, our son. They got one on us last year. It's all good. About damn time. But yeah, nothing but love to you guys, man. I appreciate you tapping in, showing some love. Hey, hopefully he can put some smell good, some cologne on it. Hopefully he can smell a lot better this year. Because I kind of agree with you. Keon Coleman, he's kind of having that B over his head, bust. He's kind of holding the B over his head. Hopefully he can get something rolling this year, revamp, training with Stevie Johnson. So hopefully he can take what that legend has and interpret to his own game so he can revamp his career in Buffalo going into the season and he can stick around and keep his roster spot. If not, so be it. Absolutely. Nothing but love, man. Appreciate you showing love. But yeah, that we have it, man. As far as the Sabres, man, let's keep going. Keep that ball rolling. Get that dub in Boston. Let's seal the deal. Go undefeated in Boston and let's sit and wait for our opponents for round 2. For one, the notes on the Sabres. Darlene, where are you at? I have not been seeing you. Tage Thompson, I know you scored 2 goals in game 1. I'm pretty sure you got assist in one of these other games, but I'm not seeing enough from Tage Thompson. Alex Tucky, boy, you missed that. Yo, he missed the open, not an open net, but he missed a shot. Could have went up 2-0. Unfortunately, he missed. Them guys tied it up and took it in overtime, which was tough. But yeah, Tuck, I need more from you, dude. I need more from you, dude. It sucks that Osplin got hurt. So we got somebody else that needs to come up and step up and fill in that void. But yeah, these boys, y'all gotta keep your foot on their neck, man. I don't know if somebody got to drop the gloves and get it rocking because I was waiting for a fight game 5 and nobody want to drop gloves. I understand they're locked in. You don't got time to fight. You was tired because we was getting stuck on line changes and I don't want to waste time fighting. You have people in the box and do all that. There's games that need to be played. Boston's fighting to stay alive. Sabres are fighting to advance. So it's a series, man. Nonetheless, it's a series. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Like I said, game 6, Friday, 7:30. You don't want to miss it. Wear your blue and gold. Yo, Big Cuz, you got to drop that remix. Blue and gold, blue and gold. But yeah, nonetheless, nothing but love to the Bills Mafia, to Sabres Nation, everybody in here. Even if you're not part of the Buffalo fan base, we had Jets in here. I'm pretty sure I've seen a different fan base in here. At the end of the day, yo, it's nothing but love. We're sports fans, and we're going to talk our shit. We might talk a little too much shit, but at the end of the day, it's nothing but love. We appreciate the feedback, the comments, and the energy. And like I said, man, I'm motivated. Mafia Talk is back, so we'll see y'all guys next week. If not Tuesday, definitely Wednesday, 8 o'clock on our Mafia Sports YouTube channel. It's your boy Jay Mafia, Big Cuz on vacation. Happy birthday, Big Cuz. Safe travels. And we'll see y'all next week. Go Bills and go Sabres! Come on, baby.
Job to get done today, man. Find a W. Play for each other. Love y'all. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.